you?
No, I was not. You know what? I expected the Eagles to win. On paper, they should have won. So I wasn't really surprised. I was more excited about the game because in the second half, our defense stepped it up and we actually came out with a comeback. There was mistakes that happened, but, we'll get them next time. Dak is back, baby. So is Schultz.
Yeah, man. Just the Eagles are pretty damn good. I put a Super Bowl bet on them like in February, like after the Super Bowl, because I heard takes another step. This team can be pretty good. No, we're gonna jump into the fantasy stuff in the second part of the show. Gonna be a little bit different today. With Zach not being here, I'm gonna take in charge. I'm gonna go ahead and start the DFS stuff right now. I'm going to go a little quicker than usual because we're already 15 minutes late. We do apologize about that. So quarterback, to me, 3 quarterbacks I'm looking at today are, number one, the highest guy I would be owned in a lot, and I'll be having a lot of exposure to him, is Joe Burrow facing the Atlanta Falcons. We saw last week they kind of broke out, right? Like, we finally, after a little slow start, he had a 35-point game, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and Jamar Chase looked like Jamar Chase. But he is going to have a tough matchup this week versus A.J. Terrell. I think he'll be shadowing him. That's why I'd rather go to Higgins and then run it back with one of the Atlanta players. I love Joe Burrow today. I'm going to have a lot of exposure to him. The second quarterback I'm looking at is Justin Herbert. I hope it left a sour taste in people's mouths, especially all the DraftKings players who had the boost of, like, I don't know, what was it? 1 touchdown. That was all. Let me see real quick. I'm trying to control this. But he's coming back. He's facing the Seattle Seahawks, one of the worst defenses in the league, not the worst. Seattle always tend to just hang in there with people, right? So I'm going to have Justin Herbert. The Keenan Allen news is huge. Like, this is what sucks about today's slate. Like, you have to make a decision, and it's a hard one. Because if Keenan Allen plays, that Chargers stack is going to change your whole lineup. And hit an afternoon game. So you put him in your flex, be ready to swap him out and adjust your roster. The third quarterback is Mr. Dak Prescott. He's back.
Ooh, let's go.
Dak attack is back, guys. Dak Prescott is coming in at 8% ownership. Pretty high for a guy that, just coming off injury. But facing the Detroit Lions, they are the worst pass defense in the league. They have a 27-point biggest implied total. CD Lamb is still underpriced on DraftKings. Like, I think he's a smash play today. I'm going to have Dak, CD. I'm going to have a lot of CD Lamb today with Dak. The third option is kind of hard. You can either do Gallup or Colts. I don't know how much I trust Colts. Didn't look very well. And to me, I'm kind of worried that he kind of might just, he's kind of injury prone a little bit this whole season, like off and on. But like, I don't know, like they said he's good. They say he's healthy off the injury report. But those are my 3 quarterbacks. The only other quarterback I like is that's the GPP play for me. That's a cash game play for me is Derek Carr against the Houston Texans. I'm not being a Raiders fan. It's that he's cheap. You get the volume, and I want to pay up at other positions. The quarterbacks that I just mentioned are all 6,700, 7,200, 6,900, and Derek Carr is 5,900. What do you guys think of the quarterback?
I like them all, especially Justin Herbert coming back. I mean, Keenan Allen coming back and all that. Bro, I definitely smashed Justin Herbert. And I'm also about Dak Prescott. I think he's going to have a good debut, big debut. I think he is going to connect with CD Lamb. So, yeah, I'm all about that.
Man, yeah, I'm a big fan of Dak, man. Like, Dak's going to smash. I like stacking CD with Dak, even Gallup. I think Gallup is going to smash because they struggle against number 2 receivers. So, I like it. Man,
I'm glad you guys like it because I don't want to be the only one on the show that likes it. But, yeah, those are my quarterback. Now I'm going to go to running back. Running back is just like last week. It's pretty straightforward, guys. There's 3 guys that I'm really looking at. The elite, like the best play of the day today is, hold on one second, is Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs versus the Houston Texans. He's priced he's underpriced at 6,500. Facing the Houston Texans, one of the worst run defense in the league, 31st overall versus the position. He's coming in at 31% ownership. He's going to be highly owned. He's the second highest owned player, and the other one's not even a player. It's the defense. But Josh Jacobs against the Houston Texans. I know I just mentioned 2 Raiders, so be cautious. If you play Derek Carr and Jacob, it better be only in your cash game roster. It better not be in a GPP roster because that's a negative correlation. The next play I want to talk about is Kenneth Walker. Kenneth the Menace. That's my name for him, Kenneth the Menace, man. I don't know if you guys ever watched when you were little. I was little. I watched Dennis the Menace, but this is
Mr. Wilson.
Yeah. So Kenneth Walker against the Los Angeles Chargers. This Chargers defense is not as strong as it was hyped up to be in the offseason, I guess you can say. The J.C. Jackson's been a bust. Their defensive line have dealt with some consistency on the run game. And give me Kenneth Walker at 5,800. He's coming in at 21% ownership. The third running back I want to talk about is Mr. Breece Hall, 6,200 versus Denver. Now, while Denver does have a pretty good, solid defense, they do struggle to contain pass-catching running back. And we saw it last week when Austin Eckler got 16 targets. I'm pretty sure Zach Wilson's not going to I hate Zach Wilson, so he's probably dumb as shit and doesn't know what's going on, Oop, I forgot. Jeff told me to stop swearing on the stream too much, so potty mouth, sorry. Anyway, Breece Hall, 6,200. He is getting almost he got 94% of the pass catching the last couple of weeks. So I'm all in on him, man. I love Breece Hall. Drafted him everywhere. And then the final guy that I really just have to mention, Austin Eckler is probably the best elite play. I know you want me to talk about Zeke, but I just can't, dude. I
don't want you to talk about Zeke. I'm actually excited about Pollard today. I think Pollard might have a game.
Okay, so I don't mind Pollard. I think he's a very good contrarian play. I'm going, what's up, Nate? What's up? How you doing, man? I'm going more Zeke, though, because I think Zeke will get the goal line carries. Pollard's just amazing. He deserves so much more credit than he gets. I think he's always the most underrated player on the what's their name, the Cowboys. But I like Zeke. So
another name I was looking at and that is Kenyon Drake. At least I see him. If you really need a sleeper, if you're going big on some big name players and you have to go cheap on somebody, I would take a shot at Kenyon Drake.
So the thing with Drake with me is this. Justice Hill was touted by the coach to be the best running back. He talked about he really liked Hill, today in the morning there was a report saying that how he might be the running back 1 instead of Drake. So and he's 5,100. So at 5,100, why do I want to go at 5,100 when I can just pay up a little bit more and get what's his name, Travis Etienne at 5,400, or just pay up a bit more and get Kenneth Walker, who are both running back that I think have a more secure workload. But the four guys I'm constructing my roster around is Kenneth Walker, Josh Jacobs, Breece Hall, and Austin Eckler at running back. What do you guys think of those running backs?
I like them. My cash game, I'm playing Josh Jacobs and Kenneth Walker. So I'm glad you mentioned those two.
Yeah, I'm playing cash game this week for the first time in a long time. But the only reason why I'm playing cash game is because I wrote an article on GoingFor2, and I'm not one of those people that's going to go out and talk to talk. I walk to walk. When I play my plays, I play my plays. So I have over $200 in cash game. I know not a lot for some people, but that's a lot for me because I don't play that shit. There's no really upside on it. Just double your money, But I understand other people like it. Not for me, but I covered Jared's article this week. He didn't write it. I wrote it, but his name's under it. But in reality, my name's not in the, what do you call them, the writer editorial. And I was like, that's fine. I don't care about writing, dude. But That was my running back. Let's go to wide receiver. Wide receiver is a little bit more complicated. I'm gonna mention the stats. Dak Prescott, you're gonna want to stack him with either Gallup, CeeDee Lamb at the wide receiver position. Quarterback, Herbert, Mike Williams. As of right now, is DeAndre Carter. He's 600, I believe. So instead of if Keenan Allen plays, obviously I'm gonna have Keenan Allen, but I have to wait till the news. I don't know if inactive or active came out. I think they come out at 10, so in 4 minutes. And that's usually, sometimes they do report those later ones too, but I'm hoping they do. I also like Gerald Everett at the tight end position with Herbert, but then also I mentioned Colts, but I'll have limited exposure to him with Dak. Joe Burrow, Higgins, Chase. My preferred target is Higgins. He has a better matchup, and then Hayden Hurst. But now let's just talk about the wide receivers that I think are individual good plays. My favorite play today of the slate probably is Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel at 7,600. He is expensive, but he's facing Kansas City. They have allowed wide receiver one performance to every wide receiver one they played this year. So even Juju Smith-Schuster, who's a wide receiver 3 in reality in real fantasy right now, he got a wide receiver 1 performance last week with 25 points. And I don't know about you guys, but Deebo is a much more talented player than Juju or Poo-Poo Smith-Schuster. 7,600. I have him projected for over 21 points. So he's my highest projected wide receiver, coming in at 10% ownership. So give me Deebo Samuel for sure over the likes of Devontae Adams. It's going to be close with Jamar Chase, but just to me, hey, what's up? How you doing?
Hey.
Say hi.
Going forward.
So I was going to mention, so what do you think AJ Terrell is going to be on, Higgins or Chase most of the game?
He'll be on Chase. AJ Terrell always covers the best wide receivers. He's one of the very few cornerbacks that still shadow. There's only a few others. I think the NFL is kind of trending away from that because they realize that coaches are now scheming different wide receivers for every position, not just on the X or the Z or the Y. They're just all over the position, all over the field. Deebo is probably my favorite, but I think if we got to go value-wise, Romeo Doubs for the Green Bay Packers has a great matchup. I see him as a contrarian play at 6% owned. I like him, but CeeDee Lamb, smash play. Give me CeeDee Lamb. And then I was hoping that Tyler Lockett didn't play. I'm hoping he's just a decoy or something because I'm going to have a lot of DK Metcalf too against the Chargers. The Chargers allow what's called the most downfield passes to wide receivers, and DK Metcalf gets 2 downfield passes by the metrics. That doesn't seem a lot. Think about it. He has one chance, or 50-50 chance to at least get one of them, and he can take it to the house,
Yeah, I also think DK is going to have a big game because I think they are going to use Tyler Lockett as a decoy.
Multiple touchdowns, I can see. Yeah. I can see at least 2 touchdowns, DK.
Yeah. So one of my other favorite plays is the same game environment. I'm on Ross St. Brown, man. He's a smash player today. He's going to get targeted. He has the volume. He didn't get targeted too much the last 2 games, but they kind of said that he was kind of like more – they were being cautious with him. They didn't give him a lot of, snaps. But now he's coming off a bye week. He's healthy. If he wasn't healthy, they would have put him inactive, just like they're going to do with DeAndre Swift, I'm on Ross St. Brown. For value, like really cheap value, Alex Pierce from the Indianapolis Colts, 4,600, and probably at 5,200. And then, of course, Gallup. But those are the wide receivers I like. Is there any other wide receivers that you guys like that you probably not on my radar? I mean,
no, I like all. Yeah. I like all the ones you said, man. Pierce is going to be a smash play.
Yeah, I love that pick.
I've also been getting a lot of start-sit questions about St. Brown this week, and they think that Trayvon Diggs is going to cover him, but Trayvon Diggs only covers the slot like 7.1% of the time. So I can see him being on Josh Reynolds most of the time.
I hope Trayvon Diggs covers him because he fucking loved to blow. He loves to blow covers like no other, man. He's a good cornerback, but
he's a
like
ball hawk. He's a ball hawk.
But he just doesn't have the, what do you call? You got to have football IQ when to go to get the ball and when to make the play, you know? That's all.
He's trying to make the play at all times. That's the thing with Trayvon Diggs. And that's whether if he's going to miss it, it's going to be a big play, or is he going to catch it, it's going to be a turnover. That's usually how it is with him.
All right. At tight end, I'm going to go through tight end quick, though, because it's just the top play today is Mark Andrews, hands down. Versus Cleveland. He has a history versus them. He's always killed them. 31 points, 16 points, 22 points, 27 points. You know, he's just the best tight end in the game next to, close. It's debatable with Travis Kelce. But I think I'm going to go down the cheaper route. I got Foster Moreau at 2,800. I have K-Dot at 2,700. And I have Greg Dulcich at 2,500. I'm going to have a lot of Greg Dulcich because I don't care for tight ends sometimes. If Kelce or Andrews don't have the big game, the tight end position on DraftKings is not going to matter. The only way it matters is those guys go off with 35 to 30 points. Because other than that, you can get a 10-point game for Moreau. You can get a 10-point game from Otten. You can get a 10-point game from Dulcich. But, of course, I'm also going to have my stacked tight end, which is Hurst, Gold, and what name? Everett. But I'm paying down either more than likely to either Dulcich, Otten, or what's your name, Moreau. But that's it for tight end. Anything on that?
Yeah, I like the Andrews play. I'm actually stacking him with Lamar in my cash game, and then I actually put Otten as my flex to save some money.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been big on Greg Dulcich the whole season. I drafted him in some dynasty leagues that I was in. I was all about that kid, and I'm so happy that he's finally getting the chance to show what he's got. And he's actually proving that he deserves to be on that field. So I'm all about Greg. Give me him.
Yeah, I mean, Greg Dulcich was I was high on Albert O, so I fucked up there. But I'm not perfect, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I actually played Dulcich in my I played Dulcich on the slate last week. He was only like $200.
Yeah, he killed it. Yeah, he went off. Oh, speaking of that, I took down a GPP on the Monday Night Football stream. So on the showdown, so I was pretty happy. I placed first. Let's go to defense. So defense, I only have 3 defense I really want to play. The Jets defense is going to be the highest owned play of the day. Like they're 31% owned. It's going to be the most popular one. 2,600 against Brett Ripien. I don't know shit about Brett Ripien, but if I don't know shit about you, then yeah, that means something, you know. That means that you're not good. I think he had like 1 career start, right? I could be wrong, but against the Denver Broncos, Denver looked horrible before with Russell Wilson. I can't imagine them looking that much better with Brett Ripien. And they're 2,600, very cheap. The second defense I like is on the other side of the ball, is the Broncos defense against Zach Wilson. I don't know if you guys been catching how bad Zach Wilson is, but he's bad. He's been bad his whole life. The only thing he has going on for him is probably his porn career after he's done can be called a MILF hunter or something, you know?
Hey! Yo, if he doesn't get into that, I don't know what he's doing with his life. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's already set for him.
I mean, he only got 110 yards last week. He got sacked twice and no touchdown, and he only completed 10 passes. I don't know how you're an NFL quarterback, especially first overall? Was it?
Yeah.
First overall, and you're doing that bad. Like, that's just bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure Josh Allen has completed more passes in one game than he has the whole season. I mean, 10, 14, 18, 3. Yeah, probably. Or, you know, it's just bad for him. But the third defense I'm looking at is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're expensive, but I'm going to find a way to get to them because I feel like this is the only defense on the slate that has that 20-point upside. I'm not kidding you. I can see Tampa Bay laying it on them, on P.J. Walker, and now they don't have Christian McCaffrey. They don't know how to use DJ Moore. This team is just bad. I can see Tampa Bay getting 20 points against this defense, and it'll make a difference on my roster. What do you guys think of those three defenses?
I think Tampa Bay is going to lay the smackdown on the Panthers, bro. They literally have nobody no more. It's insane. They have DJ Moore. That's who they have. I think it's done for them. So yeah, I would pay high on the Bucks. That's just me.
Yeah, see, I usually pay down all the way, so I have Seattle, but I do like the Jets this week. I'm streaming them in a couple of redraft leagues.
Wow, you're streaming them, huh? That's and redraft, that's awesome. I mean, I don't know if I have the balls to do it, but hopefully it works though, because I can't see why it won't though. Actually, so it is a good call. I usually plan my defense ahead, so like I never worry about that. Especially, I don't have a lot of leagues that I play with defense anymore. All my dynasties are super flex and stuff, you know. But I have a couple of home league. Actually, all my home league have defense except for one. So, but that's my DFS stuff, guys. Just to go quick around. Just the quarterback, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott, running back, Josh Jacobs, Kenneth Walker, Austin Eckler, Breece Hall, wide receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Alex Pierce. Try to get your stacks in. I love Debo. Tight end, pay down, Otten, Dulcich, Moreau. Defense, we just mentioned them, Jets, Bucks, Broncos. All right, now we're going to jump into the fantasy football portion of the show. Well, Zach usually does sit and start, so you guys are going to have to help me out here. I have a couple probably. I'll look at my DM, but let me know, who do you guys got for your start of the week?
Ooh.
Or how did you do it exactly? I don't know how the second part of the show goes.
I mean, one of my start of the weeks at tight end is Njoku. Like, I think he's going to be a smash play. He gets like 23%. He gets like 23% of the targets per route run. He's 11th in receiving yards after the catch per reception, and the Ravens allow the 6th most yards after the catch, and they have the 4th most missed tackles. So I think Njoku is going to be a smash play.
Oh, I didn't know about
my start of the week.
That's interesting.
My start of the week, we said it before, it was Romeo Doubs. I feel like he's a good fill-in player if you need him, and he has a great matchup against Washington. I can see Aaron Rodgers slinging the ball all day, so I like Romeo Doubs having the bounce back. He had a couple rough games the last two, but I think he'll bounce back this week against Washington.
Yeah, and if you're in a pinch and you're in like a deeper league, I also like Wan'Dale Robinson. Like, I was debating between Wan'Dale and Doubs actually in a league, but I ultimately went with Doubs. But I think Wan'Dale would be a good play in a deeper league.
Yeah, I like that call. I love Wan'Dale Robinson. I had him as my sick call last week. I had him as a value play on the show. I mean, I picked him up everywhere like last week because I believe he's the most talented wide receiver there is there. I don't think it's Mr. freaking Kadarius Toney. I think it's Wan'Dale Robinson. And they just eased him back in last week, and he did well.
And also I want to say one more thing about him. The Jags this season, they struggle with passes down the field. They have 20 passes of 20-plus yards this season already, and they usually play a single high safety. So if they could take those deep shots off of play action, I think it's going to be a smash this week.
Well, that is awesome. I don't know what it is, but you're laying some good stuff today, and I'm taking notes, man. Give me my start of the week this week is, so like it's supposed to be like not an obvious one, right? It's supposed to be like a pretty one that you can put in your flex or something like, right? Like you can't just say CeeDee Lamb because he's owned everywhere. I think I'm gonna go with Alex Pierce, man. The guy has been getting targeted a lot. He's probably either on your waiver wire or you can acquire him. Gotten back to back double-digit point. Killing it in fantasy football for what you want because he's getting targeted too. 9, 6, 7, and then he had 1 touchdown last week. Give me Pierce. I feel fine just putting him in the flex play. If you haven't done it yet, Isaiah Pacheco might be on your waiver wire. I would definitely go add him right now, right away. I don't care if you have to drop someone like Kenyon Drake or Zamir White or someone that you're hoping for a handcuff running back to take off. Drop whoever it is. The biggest report that came out of him is that he's a much better pass catching running back. One of the things that where he was graded the second highest best pass catching pass blocker.
He's a better blocker too.
Pass blocker running back.
Yeah.
He was graded the second highest last as a prospect model. Number 1 was Rashad White. Kind of crazy, but give me Checo, add him. Andy Reid's smart. And he knows, all right, Edward Hilaire, you're not the same. We gave you your shot. No. Pacheco runs freaking hard, dude. If you watch him run, he runs like he wants to just his next carry is his last carry. That's how he runs. I'm excited for him. What sit starts do you guys have?
Well, going off of Alex Pierce, man, I like Matt Ryan also as a streamer this week because the Titans allowed a QB1 play the past 4 weeks, and that's including Wentz, Carr, and Matt Ryan was a quarterback one when they played him a few weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. That's not bad for sure. To me, Ryan is just needs to be more consistent. That's what I want. I want consistency out of him. Hey, what's up, dude? Dude, I want a friend like your friend that brings you beer. What the fuck? I mean, crap. Sorry, I don't mean to swear, Jeff.
That's my boy Dave Dobies. He's a legend. He's a legend in fantasy football. I promise you. He knows his stuff. He had to come by and say what's up.
Yeah, what's up, dude? So I think we keep getting this stand starts with Kyle Pitts, right? It's been 3 weeks in. I think this is the week you do start him because I believe the Cincinnati Bengals are going to put it on them. They're going to pull out ahead, and they're going to put it on him. I know it's been a hard season, but if you have him, just start him. The sit that I have is don't I'm just kind of over it. To me, Evan Ingram. I don't know why people even start this guy. He gets you 9, 6, 5, 2, 2, 1. Evan Ingram, I get it. He had a pretty decent week the last 2 weeks, 9 points and then 12 points. But those were against 200 defense. Dude, the Giants defense has been very underrated. Very underrated. But those are probably my start. Well, what do you guys have to start that tight end or anywhere else?
Well, I actually have a start sit at tight end if you guys want to partake in that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I bet. Give me 1 second. So right here, I have a tight end situation that I'm looking at, and I have all 3. Well, I have 2 tight ends. One's on the waiver that I can come pick up. But I like all the matchups. So I have Dalton Schultz at Detroit. You can take the chance on Dalton Schultz. I got Gerald Everett at Seattle, and Hayden Hurst against Atlanta is on the waiver right now. Out of those 3, which one would you pick this week?
I would just roll with Schultz with the Dak back, man. I like the Schultz play. But Everett is close.
So you said Schultz and Hayden Hurst, and then who was the third guy?
Gerald Everett against Seattle.
Dude, that's tough.
I know, right?
I'm gonna stick to my walk, talk to talk, or whatever. And I'm gonna go with Gerald Everett because if Keenan Allen is out, Gerald Everett's gonna get peppered with target. You guys gotta remember Josh Palmer is also out with a concussion too.
He is, yes.
Yeah. And Everett does have a good matchup this week, and I just looked, and he is in my top 10, 3 spots ahead of Schultz. So yeah, good call.
Hey, dude.
All right.
Let's give you a shout out, Jamie. You're killing it in Scotch Fishbowl, man.
Yeah, dude. undefeated 12-0, and I looked at my matchup, and I am going to smash my opponent this week. But all I have to worry about is beating the median, and I can go 14-0.
Yeah, man. I was like looking for me. I'm like, well, actually, honestly, I didn't draft a good team, so I have to live with it. But then I see your name at the top. I'm like, yo, that's my co-host. That's one of my co-hosts. Holy shit, sweet, dude.
Yeah, so this week I'm actually deciding, like, in my super flex between Tannehill and Mills, and I'm ultimately picked Mills because I love that matchup against the Raiders. Plus, I'm playing Brandon Cooks, so I got that stack. And then I also have a triple stack with Lamar, Andrews, and Bateman.
Ooh.
All right, so the Jetty Express, Jared, he has a asking Keenan Allen or Jordan Pickens. Ooh.
If Allen plays, man, it's Allen all day. I'm not a big Pickens fan with it depends who plays. If it's Trubisky or Pickett, I think Pickett's playing, right?
Yeah.
So that could be yeah. Oh, that's a tough one then.
I'm gonna tell you right now what I'm doing. I'm playing Keenan Allen in this situation, but I am not opposed on starting George Pickens if anybody else had. If it wasn't Keenan Allen, let's put it that way. Say if it was like a wide receiver 3 or something, I would not mind starting George Pickens. I actually think he might have a good day today against this soft Miami secondary that's been underwhelming. So
yeah, well, with Allen playing, I got him in my top 20 receivers. I got Pickens way lower.
So the good news about that, Keenan Allen, he's a afternoon game, and Pickens is Sunday night football game. So you'll be able to make a choice. And if I would have had to choose, I'd go Keenan Allen by a mile. If he start. Let's see. Do you guys have a start sit at running back?
Actually, yeah, I do. Actually, it's a flex, but it has 2 running backs. So this is interesting because in one of my leagues, I'm completely effed in running backs. You know, I had James Conner on a bye. I have Dameon Pierce finally back, but now I have no other running back. So I'm looking, and I was the first one on my waiver. So I picked up Devontae Foreman and Schubert Hubbard. And then I also have Devontae Parker that I can plug in my flex. So Devontae Parker versus Chicago, Devontae Foreman against Tampa, or Schubert Hubbard against Tampa.
Oh man! So they said Schubert Hubbard starting though, right?
Yeah, they just gave the report. They said that he is listed as the number 1, but I'm sure it's still going to be like a 50-50 or even 60-40 split.
So what was the options again? Foreman, Hubbard, and
or Devontae Parker against the Bears.
Oh man, that's tough. Well,
is this is Hunter Renfrow, right?
What's that?
What you said, Hunter?
No, Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker, Foreman or Hubbard.
Oh, Hubbard. Sorry, I said
yeah. Hubbard, Chuba Hubbard.
I think this is disgusting to say, but I'm gonna say Parker because if he's at least gonna be on the field, you don't know those 2 other guys. They're gonna be rotating in and out. So would you rather have a 75% workload or just a 50-50 between Hubbard and Foreman? And like, dude, they're facing Tampa Bay, dude. Tampa Bay is one of the nastiest run defense in the league.
Dude, so, I'm not denying that. In my mind, when I pick them up, I'm thinking checkdowns. I'm thinking they're going to be throwing the ball a lot, garbage time points, and Hubbard could be that guy to get, especially in PPR, at least 6 points in PPR real quick in like maybe the 4th quarter.
It's just that Parker has back-to-back 10-point games. So you at least, and he had a 23-point game 3 weeks ago. What's his name? Bailey Zappi?
Zappi.
Dude, he doesn't look too shabby. And
that Brannigan.
Yeah, and I can see. Either way, I think my call is Devontae Parker. What about you, Jamie?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it safe and go Parker, man, because I just don't trust the Panthers' offense. Like, it's hard to say what's gonna happen, especially against that defense. Stay away. Like, I'm not even starting DJ Moore in any of my leagues.
Oh, dude, it's getting sad, bro. I put out some feelers, some like trade offers, and people know like, what does Gerson know that I don't know? And they won't trade him to me. So, yeah, I always say this to people when people like they have their haters, like they got the drinking the haterade. Dude, like I have the same tools you do, dude. I have nothing different. I don't have like an inside source from the coach or something, dude. So Jared has another question. Ooh, Ingram versus Coleman. Laugh out loud. I know it's really ugly. That is disgusting, dude. I think I'm gonna go Ingram on that one because Coleman, I mean, how many active running backs do they have on the 49ers? They probably have TDP, Jeff Wilson, CMC. What else? I can't remember the other. Oh no, he's injured. Wilson's injured, right? No, who's the one that got injured? Elijah Mitchell. So they have 3 running backs probably, and then Ingram's only facing Kamara, and he gets to work, so he gets work slow. So I'm gonna go Ingram. That's kind of ugly, Jared. Go see if Pacheco's out there, dude. Pick him up.
I also got one more for you guys. Actually, I don't. My boy Dave actually has one. So hold on, Dave. Come here real quick.
Here we go.
Go ahead, bro.
On the flex. What's up, fellas? 3 running backs for the flex. ETN versus the Giants. David Montgomery at New England.
Nope.
Or Pacheco at San Francisco.
Wait, you start one?
Flex one, yeah.
Flex
Flex one.
Pacheco.
Between Pacheco and ETN for me. I'm not starting Montgomery at all.
But you also got ETN in there.
ETN.
I would do Travis Etienne because I believe eruption spots coming. And to me, Travis Etienne, he was one play away from getting you an 80-yard touchdown. He's gonna break a slate one day. He's gonna be awesome. He's getting the workload. The last 2 weeks he's gone over I think like 15 touchdowns per game. I would not be shocked if this is the game where he gets more than 20 because the New York Giants defense is really good at stopping the run, but they allow passes to the running back. So give me Travis Etienne. Dude, you probably drafted him in the 4th or 5th round, so we might as well start him with a tough matchup against Montgomery. And then I love Pacheco, but give me a couple weeks, man. Give me a couple weeks.
Yeah, sit and wait on it. Yeah, I have ETN in right now. But I was excited about that.
Yeah, I would just stick with your gut, go ETN. But I was confused that Ingram. Didn't Ingram play already?
No.
I don't know. Did the Saints play already?
The Saints, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, is that Keontae? Because he played too.
I was thinking that earlier.
So Jared, man.
Wait a second. Maybe he's thinking of the.
Yeah, I was thinking, is that both Ingrams already played?
He didn't do good.
Okay, well then
he didn't do good either. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough week this week for starts and sits. I would just go look at the seasonal rankings they have on the GoingFor2. I don't know if Jeff still does that on the site, but so before we take off, if we got any more starts to sit, please ask them. Yeah, that is okay. Hold on. I got another one right here. My decision when Jeff Lee, Zombie League, start 2 wide receivers, Cortland Sutton versus the Jets. Oh, that's a good one. And then Mike Williams versus Seattle. Okay.
Well, we did talk about Lockett being a decoy, and I did hear a stat. I did hear a stat from one of my buddies at another company that when Lockett comes back from an injury or when he's hurt, he doesn't participate fully. He doesn't do well at all.
Okay, I like that. It's gonna be
except that last game at New Orleans when he had 104, 2 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
He did have the hamstring.
Yeah. I think this one though, between these 3 guys, well, I'm not starting Cortland Sutton because Brett Ripken throwing him the football. Tyler Lockett coming off injuries. He didn't practice all week. That's a little bit worrisome. I'm just gonna keep it safe and go Mike Williams versus a very horrible pass defense in Seattle. I think, but I believe Zombie League, if I'm correct, I don't know how the Zombie League works. Is it like elimination? Anybody knows?
Yeah, I'm in a couple. And if you face a zombie and the zombie beats you, you become a zombie, and they steal your best player, and you have to drop everyone except for one player you get to protect.
So is this gonna make a difference in my decision of picking any of these guys? Okay. I was gonna say, like, am I gonna get back? You have to drop Mike Williams? I don't want to be that guy, dude. No, I start Mike Williams. What do you guys have?
Yeah, if I had to start two, I probably do definitely Mike Williams, and just because of the quarterback situation and the on the Broncos, I probably go Tyler Lockett, hoping that he is not a decoy.
Yeah. Jared, you're not only good in the top baseball, but you're also good in our dynasty league too, man. Jared's in one of our dynasty league, and he started out 3-0. He was all hot and like he got all like, yeah, my team's undefeated. I'm at the top, blah blah blah, and then he lost 3 in a row. And then his team, he had no depth, and now he's screwed. And I'm like, dude, I'm in first place. I'm averaging almost 200 points a week, so I'm good, man. All right, guys. I got 30 minutes till I have to make rosters. I'm sorry about today's show. It went a little different. Dak took some time off. He'll be back next week, hopefully. Where can we find you guys at? Drop what you guys have been doing, or if you got anything going on. Jamie?
Yeah, you could find me Twitter, Jamie Perog. I'm also on the Going-for2 Start Sit every Sunday. And I'm with the Rum Boys. We usually have 5 shows a week. I'll be on like 1 or 2 of them every week, Wednesday and Friday usually.
Ben?
And you can find me on TikTok mostly at Dr. F. Goods PPR. You can find me on Twitter at the same handle, Instagram also. Going-for2 pregame show every Sunday. Stay tuned, baby. And I also do go on Run Boys also, so check them out. And let's get these parlays. Let's get these wins. Let's make some money.
So check this out. I forgot to say this to you, but I remember you saying you're gonna go live for that Eagles Cowboys game, and I was pretty drunk at that time. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna go check out on TikTok and just bash him, dude. And next thing I know, like, no, check this out. I went to go look for you, and I fell asleep like in the middle of the game. My brother goes, dude, you just passed out. You were like normal. You ate your burger and then you drank 2 beers, and then I'm like, oh shoot, did the Eagles win? And my brother goes, yeah, they won. I'm like, hell yeah, $300, dude.
Bro, you don't understand. I had about 5,000 people watching me watch this Eagles Cowboys game. Just, how's it doing? How about them Eagles? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, bro, relax. You beat up a backup quarterback. I don't want to hear it. Wait till I forgot which week. I think it's 15 or 16. But wait till then, and we'll talk when Dak Prescott's at the helm. That's all I got to say.
Oh, you better hope he stays healthy. That's the problem. All right. I'm Gerson Aguirre at Fantasy GDFS. You can find me on the Friday show with Jeff and Tim. I will not write a game article, so don't be looking for that. I did it this week, and it was only more of a favor for Jared. But find me there. Again for the Sunday pregame show. Peace out. See you guys next week.